That's no accident. It's 2024. All of the safety measures and protocols, paperwork, and levels of bureaucracy and hierarchy you gotta get through to get anything done. This is not no accident. You can go check out Zachary Hubbard on Gematria Sports Effect News. Ani Ansaru, Senor Donut, holla at you, boy. Bro Sanchez, they all calling it all out. I'm glad they are. So as far as the video, you know, that's as far as my joint will zoom. So, but yeah, all this in the midst of a lot of celestial things happening. You know, I heard when Biden gave our so-called governor Wes Moore a shout out, said he has some big things in store for Maryland. See this? This is a disaster. But look on Google Maps and look at what's right outside of the Key Bridge. You got that whole Amazon distribution facility where Bethlehem Steel used to be, which, you know, Bethlehem Steel shut down because we don't have no exports. What's our export? Bullshit is America's exports. Partying and bullshit is America's exports. All this weird stuff, man. And so you had this happening, and then you had, I don't even like saying his name at all. We'll just call him Puffy. Then you had the whole thing with Puffy. So distraction upon distraction upon distraction. Like brothers and sisters that was working it past the bridge, you know, their job is on hold. They could get furloughed, which ain't necessarily that bad a thing. Or they could get laid off, or they could get fired. Or their whole job could just end. Everything could end. But my thought is outside the bridge. They're going to start expanding the harbor to be outside the bridge. And so they can like make Amazon, that distribution facility over there on the other side of the bridge, on this side, on the right side, so they can turn that into like the main hub. And, you know, Baltimore, 95 Baltimore, you know, it's just going to be a bunch of yachts and stuff up in there. But all them cranes and all that stuff, man, how hard is it to build that bridge? 1977, man, that thing didn't last very long. They took it down in their 128 ritual. At 128, same thing as 9/11. Anyway, some more theories that I got is, what if it's some kind of benevolent power that collapsed the bridge so they could trap a bunch of child traffickers in there? But you never know. You know, I like to think that the Most High bringing down this terrible kingdom's infrastructure, but when they do it themselves, you can't think that. Although the Most High operates everything, all one big spirit, all is one, all is well. Holla at my boy named Biggs. Miss you, man. We're gonna get up soon. Yeah, I was supposed to get up with actually my man Sujay from Metaphysical Dynamics today, but he ended up having a really long road trip and he just rested. I don't know, y'all probably hear it's a windy day out here. We tried to get into Fort Armistead, but they got that joint locked down, and transportation authority cops everywhere. I do got a really cool mountain biking adventure video me and my man Dave the Woolly Bear took a couple years ago, and showcase all the graffiti and stuff they got down there. I tried to dig up that video and get that one posted. Yeah, man. What was it, Proverbs 26? When the wicked are in rulership, the people mourn. And if you keep on reading, it also says you're dealing with harlots, you're wasting your life. I think it's Proverbs 26. Some more theories. Ezra's coming to fruition, where a man will try to lead a city but can't. So they're There's one way you can't. So that just leaves only 2 tunnels, or the roundabout way of the 695 beltway around the outside and the west side, to be able to get through and in and out the city. If y'all noticed last weekend, which was Easter weekend, Ishtar weekend, the Osterhaus weekend, the chemtrailing was so heavy. I can't remember. I think it was Saturday. The chemtrailing was so heavy, and then my mother reported that she was seeing shadows of birds flying and looking up and not seeing no birds. So whatever that haze was created some kind of hologram of a fake sky. Watch it, watch it. I remember I was in a museum. I can't remember what kind of museum it was. I think I was in Colorado, and it was like some kind of mining frontier museum. But in the right by the gift store, they had this section that had a big glass dome, and you could go around it and push different buttons on the big glass dome, and a hologram would pop up on the inside. The reason it had to be in a glass dome is so they could fill it with some kind of particulate medium that would be able to capture the light of the hologram that they were shining up through it. Think about our existence here. Flat power, right? Go check that out. Look into that. And you know, I would love to sit down and have time to be putting together all these beautiful compilations, but there's a lot of brothers already doing it. So I'm just going to be hitting every now and then, throwing out little tidbits. One thing that's been on my mind is all the celestial signs and the celestial seasons. The equinox was on March 21st this year, and then they always using these times, and like, whew, they said March winds will blow all your troubles away. It's supposed to be April showers right now. We're gonna have to get ready to move further inland, but we got this eclipse coming up on Monday, right? And obviously what we've been taught about what an eclipse is a total lie. NASA lies, the Goft apostrophe T lies, and all of their little subsidiary entities. Some of them actually believe the lies, and they go fervently pursue it and push it with like a militant style. You know, this is crazy. Like no other spirit has authority over you. Only you have authority over you and your spirit. But yeah. So if somebody try to roll up on you and say, "Hey, I need to stop you and detain you under the threat of violence because you're driving too fast," or excuse me, traveling too fast. But they'll say driving because that's a legal term. Yeah, they can't do that. That's a violation. That's a spiritual violation right there. But see, with their deception and their contracts, they got you a lot. And actually, you know, they didn't even need to hide the fact that they were going to do this, because in a time of war and under martial law, you could totally do it. So there's not even any legal implications. I do want to know where was Larry Silverstein at when the bridge went down. I don't know. But you know, another thing I'm thinking about is like these cities, right? You hear on the news, they always talk about all the crime rate in the city, you know, the STD rate in the city, the AIDS rate in the city, the rate of increasing homosexuality in the city. Like, is it the people or committing all the sin, or is the sin the building of the city to begin with? Because, you know, you build a city, you take people out of a natural environment of being able to have land and resources, and then you have them rely upon wicked rulership, running a quasi-economic fiat. You know, I don't even know what a good one-word banger is, just to sum it all up. You know, there's less oxygen there, there's less trees, there's less natural vibration there. There's a lot of concrete, there's sewage, there's drugs, there's desperation. And all that can be remediated by not having a big city. You stacking people on stacks on stacks on stacks. And that's facts on facts on facts. And I always thought there was some kind of trafficking thing going on with all the cars that come in and out this harbor, because the amount of cars coming in and out, like, ain't nobody buying that many cars. They ain't moving that many cars on a regular. What they trafficking in the cars at these big ports? The Wilhelmsen, Wusterhausen, or whatever. You remember when the J.P. Morgan Freightliner boat got pulled over and they found like 3 million pounds of cocaine? The J.P. Morgan boat. There was some gematria that popped on the company, or one of the corporations that operates the Dolly. That's that boat that hit the pillar. That's still sitting there. But one of the corporations is called Synergy something, and the gematria is like 333, 31, 113, 311. All bunch of 33s and everything. I mean, that can't just be by happenstance. None of this is by happenstance, man. Fear not, manifest your world that you want without devils ruling over you, without a completely hijacked medical healthcare system. Like, the scriptures tell you what it needs to be. See if I can get a better zoom in, and we'll just wrap this video up. More theories, you know? What's some more theories? Where's Wes Moore at? Tell Joe Biden he can take his ass home. Think about how many tolls how much toll money they collect in a day. You know, you sit there and count how many cars go by in 60 seconds, and then calculate what the toll is per car, and then add all that up. It's millions and millions and millions of dollars a day, and they got 2 tunnels and a bridge. So all that, you ain't have a backup, big stack of backup money in case that bitch collapsed. What'd you do with all my $4? You know, yo, it went from $1 to $2 quick, and then went from $2 to $4 quick, and now I don't even know. Is it up to $6? I don't know. But it's their fake money. They can't ask you for silver or diamonds to get through. Shit, I had to pay $6 to get into this park. Imagine that. I was like, wait, no, there's gotta be some mix-up. I'm American. So-called. She was like, we need $6. I said, you know what, you can have the $6 because I don't even want to have the privilege in my pocket. Having their money, they assume that you're one of their serfs or slaves or peons if you got their money. So, you know, I'm glad this shit happened with Puffy because I've been mad at the whole rap industry for a long time. A long time. That's why I started rapping. Back when I was 13, wrote my first rap because the stupid ass shit Snoop Dogg was saying. Corrupting everybody's mind. Hearing all the little youths around me regurgitating his bullshit. Yeah, to hell with you, Snoop. You ain't nice. Any dumbass can rap. And the rest of y'all. And I never even liked Puffy at all. I remember Big and Pac, you know, everybody loved Big and Pac, right? But even they were saying some really damaging things. And now look at what is happening, or what's being exposed. Now you got cross-dressing, transsexual shit going on in the music videos with they star rolling girls. your autonomy and your sovereignty. You know, while we're all being tricked into go get a driver's license, man. So, yeah, down with Puffy. Down with the rest of them. Where are all the rest of them at? There was more to this thing than just Puffy doing some weird shit. Everybody knew that from the beginning. Remember when he was dancing in the video? He'd have a sweater vest and he'd be like in there dancing. He had his butt out. Turning around at the camera with his butt. With a sweater vest. I don't even see who take any of that shit seriously, man. Anybody that knows anything needs to start talking now, because the light of truth is getting shined into all the little corners of darkness right now. And don't you want to get ahead of the curve? Don't you want to cleanse your spirit and cleanse your soul of all the debauchery that you're trying to hide? All them lies that you're trying to cover up and hide, they're a demon that's attached to you in different places. It's causing you stress. It's causing you anguish. You're not loving that. Or maybe you are. Your destiny is just destruction. But you know, I seen some of the most badass, some of the worst dudes turn stakes, have a change of heart, and then start defending the people. I'm not expecting any of these devils in rulership to do it. That's ruling over us. Why they too busy doing this. Keep your head up. Keep your eyes up. Let's manifest a better reality for ourselves. And we can do it with love. We can do it with patience. We can do it with discernment. And trying to teach the young ones how to discern what's right and wrong. How's that karma? How's that going to weigh on my karma? What you put out comes back. This is one of the most simple things you could. It's one of the most simple laws, right? But why does it take so many trials for everybody to learn, man? Because our hearts get hardened. We're all deceived, you know? We think we're flying through Earth on a ball. I took a pic of a Lego setup that they had up in the box store. And it basically was the globe hooked to some gears in an armature with the sun. And the globe would just turn it around and it would turn with the thing. It's some bullshit, man. Yeah, that's it, man. We just out here chilling.